Hi everyone, this is Eileen Reeder, Superstar Director with Scentsy, and I wanted to come to you for Tackle It Thursday, July 2nd. If you are watching this afterwards, the information hopefully will be still as inspiring and helpful for you to build your business. So Tackle It Thursday, that's a pretty wide topic. So I just got to choose something, right? So I'm kind of excited. What I wanted to share with you is online parties. So using social media to hold your parties. I really believe that this is the wave of the future. And I know I've been with Scentsy for 15 years, and that is definitely not the way I built my business, my empire, if you want to call it that. We have a very large organization that I'm very proud of. I love my team. I love my group. But I have not done a whole lot of online parties. But you guys, if you're not comfortable with it, you've got to get comfortable with it. So here I am sitting in my office alone, recording this video for you. And that might be a first step for you guys. So if you have a small team and you've never gone live on your Facebook, I'm going to give you a little challenge to start doing that weekly so that you can get comfortable with doing these types of not face-to-face, because it does take a little bit of practice. I know even some of my downline leaders are still trying to get comfortable with this type of platform. So here's a really cool tip for you. Well, it's not even a tip. This is the Tackle It Thursday topic that I have chosen is online Facebook parties. And I have a personal coach that I've hired who is not part of Scentsy, but she's amazing, does an amazing business. She's actually out of California. And I told her that one of the things I was struggling with was holding an online Facebook party, and she has got it down pat. I mean, she's got it step by step. So I will be sharing that content with you. And then I'll give you kind of the outline in the comments, or maybe even as a document on the post. But just know this is kind of a skeleton of a Facebook party. It is not all the content, because that's where you come in. You have to create the content for this online Facebook party, or else it's not really yours, right? You want your customers to be able to see you as the Scentsy lady or the Scentsy mister, okay? So I'm just going to be going over kind of her outline that she gave me, and she does this weekly. So I know it works. She has over 5,000 friends or followers on Facebook, and she's built it mainly through doing these online Facebook parties. So she has done a ton of them, and she knows what she's doing. So I trust her. So I'm going to share it with you, hopefully. And maybe you're already like doing amazing online Facebook parties. Then, hey, call me up and or message me on Facebook and let me know some of your tips and tricks too, because I would love to learn. That is one thing, even being a superstar director for how many years I've been, I can always learn new stuff. And you guys that are just coming in and building your business through social media, it's amazing to me. And I love to learn from you. So feel free to message me and give me some tips and tricks. But I'll give you this for those that aren't comfortable on social media, or you're not comfortable getting behind your camera or going live or whatever. I'll hopefully the only way to get comfortable with it is to just start doing it. Literally, just start practicing. Okay, here is the outline. So her event, she always holds it on a Saturday. And so she starts an event on a Wednesday and starts inviting people. Now, here's a little trick about inviting people. Do not go on to your Facebook friends list and just invite everybody. That's not going to be okay. It is a big turnoff because it's not a personal way to connect with somebody. And really doing an online Facebook event, Scentsy event, you really should think about it as like a home party. So when you're inviting people to a home party, you're not going to message them on Facebook. You're going to call them or text them And so that's the way you should be inviting people. So she invites her people, and as they say, yes, I want to be added to the event, she adds them to the event. She already has, obviously, her content. So she creates the event in Facebook. I know you can do something in a group as well, like go live in a group. I'm talking about creating a separate event because that's how she does it. So that's what I'm going to teach. You start inviting your guests, and you continue to do that Wednesday and Thursday, but your event is already up and going. As they say yes, you add them to the event. The first 7 posts that I'll talk about in a minute are already up and going in the event. Okay, so when you add them to the event, it's already created, it's already pretty, it already has some posts for them to go in and look at and engage on. So just FYI on that. Okay, so a really cute way to invite somebody is to take a little picture. You're going to be doing some giveaways, okay? And so take a little picture of yourself with maybe like a gift bag with some tissue paper coming out of it with an excited look, and then use that as part of your invitation, because you're going to be telling them about all the awesome giveaways that you are going to be doing. All right, once they accept the personal invitation, you can send a follow-up text if you want. So this is not a requirement, but I asked her about it when we were doing our coaching session, and she said, this is the way I would do it. And I thought it was pretty cool. So if you want to send a follow-up text to increase the number of people that you're inviting to the party, the text should read something like, invite them to invite their favorite 2 people to get on the event. They have to, there's a couple of requirements. They have to get on to the event, and they have to stay through the event, and they have to comment or post on, but they have to comment on post 9, okay? And I will get to that. Post 9 is the most important one, very important for the consultant, okay? That's where kind of everything culminates. So so you can send that text to them as a follow-up text to your invitation. And then that way, if you're wanting to, like if maybe you don't have very many people coming, then you could use this as a tool to help increase the number of people you're going to be inviting, because they will be doing the inviting. All right. But they have to qualify in order to get. And then in the text, you're going to tell them, I'll give you some kind of small gift or something for inviting your 2 favorite people who get on the event, who stay through the event, and who comment to post number 9. You'll get blank, and that's whatever you want to give them. So that's a follow-up text. Let's see here. I'm just kind of going off of my notes. Okay, so once you've got Wednesday through Friday where you're just kind of engaging with the customers that you have invited, and then once they've said yes, then you've added them to the event. Okay, so you're engaging with comments and responding to people, and that's fantastic. Then on Saturday is when she actually goes live, okay? So that's another thing you need to add in the invitation is when you're going live. You want your people to get on live with you. So she goes live at noon, and then you do an on-time drawing. So she says she usually starts about a few minutes before, and then waits until so if it was at noon, she'd get on at 11:56, and then she does the on-time drawing at 12:04, okay? So because you'll have hopefully most of your people on there because you're doing a drawing. So that's your first live thing that you're going to do, is you're going to go live in the event, and you're going to do your on-time drawing. Then, okay, so let's talk, I'm going to go back a little bit, and I'm going to talk about the different posts that you will create before you actually have this event, right? You have to have the content. So you have to have a welcome video, and she includes in this post where you're from, and comment below to enter in the drawing. So that's like your first post. It's you doing a welcome video. Welcome to my online Scentsy Facebook party. I'm so-and-so. I'm so excited to have you here. I want you to comment below and tell me where you're from. Okay, so you're engaging in this welcome video. So that's going to be post number 1. So as you're adding people, they can watch the welcome video and see what's going on and how you're going to run your party. Post number 2 is, what are your favorite categories of Scentsy? Now, that's something I made up. You can totally change that into something else. This is an interaction type post where you just want to know more about them, maybe gauge their interest in Scentsy, gauge kind of what type of customer they might be. All right. Post number 3 will be a video about the company. If you can't find anything online, you might actually consider making one of your own. That's what I plan to do. And so you can make a short video. You can talk about the company, why you're doing Scentsy, how much you love it, what you're hoping to get from it, blessings or things that have happened for you or because of Scentsy. So that will be like an introduction to the company. That's video number 3 or post number 3. Then posts 4, 5, and 6, and possibly 7, not necessarily more than that, you will want to do as product posts. Now, here's the thing about product posts. You don't want to have too many. You don't want to overwhelm your guests. So you can see behind me, I have my categories kind of separated, but I'm not going to talk about every single category. I am only going to talk about 3 or 4 of them, and then I'm going to do either a video or a picture with some information about it, what I love about it. And so those will be posts 4, 5, and 6 and or 7, depending on what you want to do. But you just remember, keep in mind, you don't want to overwhelm them with just post after post after post of every single product that Scentsy has. Okay, kind of narrow your focus on that, because you actually want to make sure you give them a reason to come back to you as well, right? You might want to tease them with, hey, I'm going to be doing, a pet line party in a couple of weeks. If you're interested, let me know. But you're not going to really talk about the products. You're just going to mention it. Does that make sense? Hopefully you get that. All right. Your post number 8 is when you actually go live in your event, whatever time you choose. And that's where you're going to be talking obviously more in depth about the different products and the categories that you chose. You're going to be doing some drawings. I already talked specifically about the on-time drawing. And then you're going to culminate this into your last post. Okay, this is really, 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 really important. That was 3 reallys, I think. And that is the final question. So as you're ending your live, you want to say, okay, I'm going to have one more post. I need you to answer. I need you to comment in on this post and make sure that you comment on this last post because I'm going to be giving away this. Now, whatever this is your biggest giveaway gift. Okay, if you're going to maybe give away a warmer, or you're gonna give away something else. But I mean, it's your biggest giveaway. That's what it should be, okay? You want them to answer the last question. And when I tell you what the question is, you are gonna understand why. So your last post, whether that's post 8 or 9, is going to be, where do I stand? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, just the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. Where do I stand? 1, 2, 3, or 4. A number 1, if they comment, is I loved the products and I want to buy. Number 2 is this was so much fun. I want to host my own Facebook event. Number 3, I want to know more about the business. And number 4, this was fun, but no thanks. Okay. Now you understand why this last question is so very important for you as a consultant. It is going to tell you how to engage with each customer and what they're interested in doing. So are they going to be a customer, a hostess, a recruit, or they're not interested? Okay. So that's why you save the biggest giveaway for this particular post. You want every single person answering that final question. And then you want to, once you close out that live event and they start answering the questions, make sure that you schedule time for about an hour or so after your event is done so that you can engage with them, right? They're going to be answering the final question. You need to engage with them right then and there. You also will need to start collecting information from people of where to mail the giveaways, or where to send them, or where to meet, or however you decide to do that, but taking care of the drawing gifts. And then you'll also want to invite them to your VIP or your community customer page, okay? I have a business Facebook page, but I have just created a more of a community lifestyle page. And so I'm gonna be wanting to invite people to both of those, okay? So, so that is the main things. If you chose to use the question, the follow-up question with your invitations about having a person invite 2 of their favorite people, okay, you're gonna make sure and connect with that guest and say, hey, so-and-so wants to be added to my community. Would you go in and add them? Okay, so whoever added them to the online event should also add them to your VIP or community page and do like a welcome, okay? All right, I think that's everything. This is kind of a long video. I hope that was good information for you. Once again, if you're already doing Facebook events, please comment. I would love to hear what you're doing. Or if you're not doing Facebook parties, you need to learn. I am definitely not the only one who has done some kind of training or video or suggestions, so feel free to get onto your workstation and watch the corporate trainings, as well as other YouTube videos from leaders who've shared their Facebook party and their outlines and how they do things, because there's 1,000,001 ways to do this, and it's all about you and being authentic. So, but I hope that maybe I've opened your eyes and given you maybe an easy skeleton to follow, because that's what I felt like it was. I felt like it was something really easy to follow that I could then flesh out with my own content, my own personality, my own way of doing business. So, and my goal is to start doing these once a week. I would love to build up to that, and think about the power in that. If you were holding an online event once a week and you were getting new people on a party, how many new customers, new hosts, and new recruits you could get to be able to build your business. So anyhow, I don't know if I'll ever be able to give you an update on how mine went, but you know, if you're interested, message me. I'd be happy to share with you how mine turns out, and you can share with me how yours turned out. All right, everybody, it is Tackle It Thursday. Make sure you go out and tackle your business.